Hello. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to get started in a little bit, just giving people time to pop on. But quickly, I'm going to test the music here, and then I will give you a quick intro about who I am and all of that stuff. So let me just try something real quick. Let me see here. Okay. Playing music. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear it. I'm not sure if it's, let's see. All right, so hopefully, I know I'm echoing. Okay, maybe I just don't. I'm not sure. So maybe that's not working. Let me read the comments. Oh, sounds perfect. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, guys, sorry. So my name is Kelly Tremaine. I'm here with Find Your Zazu. I'm an instructor with them. I teach yoga and other fitness classes. And if you haven't heard about Find Your Zazu, they are an amazing online platform that bring you live and on-demand fitness classes, anywhere from yoga to high-intensity interval training and all of that good stuff. And my favorite part about Zazu is that a portion of the proceeds go to a charity of the instructor's choosing, which is really, really amazing. So if you haven't heard of them, definitely check them out. Their Instagram is at Find Your Zazu for more information there. You can also check out their website. And then if you guys want to learn a little bit more about me, my Instagram is at Kelly Tremaine Yoga. So again, teaching yoga and other fitness classes. But today, this evening is going to be we'll end at 7 p.m., but it's going to, so a little bit less than a 60-minute flow, suitable for all levels. So if this is your first time doing yoga, don't be nervous. It's going to be great. I'll talk and walk you through everything, so you don't even have to look at the screen. Hopefully, you can just listen to my cues. And yeah, we'll get started in a little bit, just giving people some more time to join here. And for class, all you need today is a mat if you have one. If you don't have one, that's totally fine. You can practice, just on the ground. Maybe you have a towel or a blanket. Ideally, having water or something like that in case you get thirsty. We don't necessarily need props, but if you have yoga blocks, you can grab yoga blocks. I have them here. If you don't have yoga blocks, you could grab stacks of books, you can grab canned goods, anything to put your hands on top of for a little bit more of height and support. But again, they're going to be totally optional. They just help you get into poses a little bit easier if you're not a little bit new to yoga. So again, optional props if you have them. If you don't, that's fine. And we'll get started in a couple minutes. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining. And thank you to Free People Movement for having me. Really, really appreciate it. This is going to be so much fun and I can't wait. So let me turn on the fan because it's really hot here in Florida. And let's see. Okay. Turning the fan on. We'll do music in a little bit. Hopefully the music works and you guys can hear it. Hopefully my computer doesn't overheat in this Florida heat, but I think we're fine. So if everyone's ready, just meet me on your mat. Props towards the top of the mat. You can always have pillows or blankets if you want that for your Pigeon or Savasana. Again, blocks totally optional. Again, my name is Kelly Tremaine, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to sit with my back facing you just so you can see that we're going. But quickly, I'll just show you we're starting in a cross-legged seat like this. So pretty simple, whichever shin you want in front. And again, I'm putting my back to you, not to be rude. Hopefully, you can still hear me and see me. So just sitting nice and tall in your cross-legged seat. Find a couple shoulder rolls up, back, and down, just starting to open up the shoulders. If you want to take some 360-degree rolls of the head, you can, to release the neck a little bit. Right away, we're just going to start to open up the shoulders, since many, many, many of us have tight shoulders. And when you're ready, bring your head back to center. You roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, reach your arms to a capital letter T. So right hand to the right, left hand to the left, hands in line with their own shoulders. Flip the palms to face behind you. Your thumbs are pointing down. Bend the elbows and then interlace your fingers all the way to the webbing, even trying to get those pinkies interlaced. Once you've got that, you're going to shimmy or seesaw this shape up your back as high as you can. Ideally trying to get your thumbs between the shoulder blades. And if they don't get that high, totally fine. Now I'm going to flip to face the regular way on my mat so that I don't recline onto my stairs here. So we're seated with our elbows nice and wide. Then we take the soles of the feet to the floor, knees are bent. Chin tucks into the chest, and then really slow, really controlled. Use your core to recline all the way down. So using the strength of the abdominals, eventually the back of the head lays nice and flat on the floor. And right away, this should be a huge sensation for the shoulders, especially if you've never done this before. And if you're not feeling it, you can go ahead and extend your legs long. That's going to add a little bit more opening to the front of the shoulders, and it's going to open up the front of the hips and the front of the pelvis. If you're still not feeling it, you can press your elbows into the floor. So actively press those elbows into the floor. Imagine that I'm putting my hands on your shoulders and just gently pressing those down. Everyone pay attention to your breath here. A lot of us tend to hold the breath when we're feeling uncomfortable. So make sure that that's flowing nice and easy in and out the body. If you want, let those eyelids come to a close. Make sure you're not clenching the jaw. Facial features are really, really soft. Your face is expressionless. You're not gripping the toes or the butt cheeks. Inhaling through the nose, you send your breath all the way down to that low belly. And as you exhale, you let it all go. You zip the belly button in towards the spine. So again, breathing in, we fill up, we expand. Breathing out, we let it all go. One more full breath in. And a nice big cycle of breath out. Gently blink the eyes open if you close them. If you extended the legs, bend the knees, soles of the feet find the floor. We're all going to press into the feet, lift the hips up just a teensy tiny bit, slide your hands out from underneath the back, uninterlace your fingers, butt finds the floor, and then take whatever movement you want to with the arms. So you can wiggle through the fingers, you can roll through the wrists a little bit, you can extend your arms in line with your ears. Maybe you want to make a pretend snow angel here, even though it's the middle of summer. Maybe you make a cactus shape or a goalpost shape with the arms and fan the cactus up and down. Just anything to get some mobility back into arms. And then when you're ready, you're going to hug both knees into the chest, hands come behind the thighs. Start to rock and roll vertically along the spine, just massaging out the skin of the back. And then eventually you'll gain enough momentum to cross at the ankles, shift your weight forward, plant the palms, unwind it to a tabletop. So meeting me with hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You've got 490-degree angles here. We inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, tail lifts. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, round the spine, hollow the belly, drop the tail. Inhale to arch the spine, cow pose. Exhale, we round the spine, cat pose, and then you just keep moving freely here with your own breath. I'm going to play the music, so I'm getting out of my tabletop, but you guys are staying in it. Here we go. Hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully it's not too loud. And we're just warming up the spine, feeling that articulation of the spine, feeling the vertebra individually move here. If you want to speed it up, speed it up. If you're feeling really tired and sluggish, that's going to wake you up a little bit. If you're feeling really anxious and stressed, perhaps go on the slower side. That's going to ground you a little bit more. Maybe let the eyes come to a close and make it really meditative. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Meet me with the neutral spine. We're going to spin our hands either 180 degrees. So that means wrist creases face forward, fingertips point back, baby bend in the elbows, or your wrist creases are going to face each other and fingertips point towards the sides mat. So if you're doing that second one, that's a 90-degree spin of the hands. So either way, you've got some sort of flipped wrist, and then you're just gonna circle it up through the hips and the pelvis. So moving nice and spherically. The idea here is to flush out the wrist. So when we're on computers and phones a lot, which most of us are, a lot of us are, I want to say, we get stagnant energy stuck in the wrist, and we really want to flush that out and clear it out. And if this feels really, really crazy, just know that that's normal, and it's because we've created these sort of like bad habits, and our wrists have lost the full range of motion and the mobility that they should have. So the more you do this, the better it's going to feel. You're going to make your circles one way. You're going to make your circles the other way. You can switch directions as many times here as you want. If you want to spin the head around a little bit, that's going to open up the neck even more. And then eventually we're going to bring it back to center. You're going to spin your hands the regular way. Fingertips point forward. Keep your knees exactly where they are and start to walk your hands forward, forward, forward. Forehead finds the floor. If it doesn't comfortably find the floor, grab a pillow or a blanket or a block under the forehead. I want you to think of reaching through the fingertips to lengthen through the sides of the waist. Think of anchoring the sitting bones up and back towards the sky. So it's this oppositional push-pull that creates space in the sides of the waist. And then you're really, really firmly pressing down through the tops of your feet. Another point of anchoring yourself here. One more full breath in. And a full cycle of breath out. Really slowly start to walk your hands back, back, back until we meet with those hands underneath the shoulders once again. Inhale, sweep your right arm up towards the side. Pull your torso open to right. Exhale, you're going to twist it. Thread the right arm under the left. The right cheek, right shoulder just hover above the floor. Inhale, sweeps the right arm up. You find that opening to the right. Exhale, twist and thread. Right arm under the left. Inhale, we sweep the right arm up. One more here. Exhale, twist and thread. This time, commit right cheek, right shoulder to the floor. You're going to spider crawl your left fingertips forward, forward, forward. And then slightly arc those left fingertips over to the right. Spiral your gaze underneath that left bicep, left armpit. And you can look at your left butt cheek for a second. And if it's swinging over to the left, wrap it to the right to bring it back to center. So we really want this twist to come from the thoracic spine to the middle part of the spine versus a skewed pelvis here. We've got one more full breath in and a full cycle of breath out. You're going to spider crawl left fingertips under the left shoulder. So left palm plants in front of your face. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. You're pressing that left palm. Exhale, swim it forward, out, and down your back in your tabletop. We're going to do all of that on the left side. So inhale, we sweep our left arm up. We feel our torso open to the left. Exhale, twist and thread that left arm under the right. Left cheek, left shoulder hover above the floor. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. You feel the torso open to the left. Exhale, twist and thread. It's that fake out threaded needle. Inhale, we reach the left arm up. Last time, exhale, twist and thread. Left arm under the right. Left cheek, left shoulder to the floor. Now we spider crawl right fingertips forward, forward, forward. Arc those right fingertips over to the left now. So towards that upper left-hand corner of your mat. Spiral gaze underneath right armpit, right bicep. I see that my butt is swinging over to the left. So I'm wrapping it to the right. No, my butt is swinging to the right. Excuse me. I'm wrapping it to the left to bring it back to center. Sometimes left to right. Again, moving from that thoracic spine versus our skewed pelvis here. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. We spider crawl right fingertips under that right shoulder. So right palm plants directly in front of your face. Press into that right palm. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Exhale, swim it forward, out, and down. You plant the palm. Now we walk both palms forward by about a palm print or a palm print and a half. We tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Once you get there, start to pedal out through the feet to open up the backs of the legs. And then take any and all movements you want to here. So you can shake the head yes, shake the head no. You can lift an arm, take it for a swim. You can lift your leg if you want, bending the knee, opening the hip. Maybe you want to come up onto fingertips to give your wrists a little bit of a break. Rolling onto the tops of the toes to open up the tops of the feet and the tops of the ankles is always good. So try to think out of the box here. Maybe you're dipping your hips side to side, lengthening through the sides of the body. Anything and everything always goes in this first down dog. And then whenever you're ready, you start to make the movement smaller and smaller, teenier and tinier until you're left in your formal downward facing dog. So we've got 4 equal points of contact, soft bend in the knees, really driving the sitting bones high up towards the sky. Inhale, pull it forward to a high plank, measure out your dog. Shoulders stack over your wrist, heels charge back in space. Belly button zips up and into the spine. Big breath in. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathing in, right leg lifts high. Down dog split. Breathing out, step your right foot alongside your right thumb. Tap the back knee down and point the back foot. Make sure you have 90 degrees bend in that right knee. Crawl your fingertips forward, lengthening the sides of the waist. Inhale, sweep the arms forward out and up onto the asana, crescent lunge. You're going to take your right hand down to the small of your back. Left hand is going to touch that outer right knee. Lift your torso to the right. And then you can stay here, or you can curl the back fingertips down the back leg and extend that left arm in line with the left ear. Reaching those left fingertips out on a diagonal towards the back right corner of your mat. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, we unwind to the center. Exhale, hands come down to straighten that right foot. Shift the hips back, straighten the right leg, flex the right toes. So we're opening up the back of that right leg. Keep staying there and breathing through it. I'm going to come to make sure that the screen is okay. It looks like there's a little bit of a glare. I truly couldn't see, so hopefully. Okay, so you guys are just breathing in to that right hamstring. Staying here for another full breath in and a full cycle of breath out. Inhale, rebend your right knee to 90. Tuck back toes, lift back knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten your right leg and pull that right hip back. If you need to take blocks under your hands, you totally can to bring the floor up to you. That's going to help if you're a little bit tighter in the hamstrings here. Staying here for another full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, rebend right knee to 90, look forward. Exhale, step that right foot back, downward facing dog, and then right away we're walking the hands back in space, back in space, back in space, until we're in a standing forward fold at the back of the mat. I want you to measure 2 fists side by side between the inner arches of your feet. That gives you your inner hip width distance. If you want, if your low back is bothering you, take the feet a little bit wider here. You've got as much of a bend in the knees as you need to. You're going to tense up onto fingertips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, crawl and arc your hands over to the right, So towards that right edge of your mat. Left fingertips stay on the floor. Right hand comes to the small of the back. Start to bend your left knee and straighten the right knee. Feel your torso open to the right. Thinking of reaching that right shoulder, that right collarbone is spreading high up towards the side. You can gaze over that right shoulder if it feels okay in the neck. Big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, reach your right arm straight up towards the sky. Exhale, swim forward out and down and have it land on that right diagonal. Inhale here. Exhale, crawl and arc your hands through center. You take a nice big breath in when you're at center. Exhale, crawl and arc your hands over to the left, to the left, to the left. So now hands are coming towards the left edge of your mat. Right fingertips stay on the floor. Left hand comes to the small of the back. Start to deeply bend your right knee, straighten the left knee if you can. Peel your torso open to the left now. Thinking of reaching that left collarbone, that left shoulder high up towards the sky. Spinning your gaze over that left shoulder if it feels okay. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, swim it forward, out and down. It lands on that left diagonal. Big breath in. Exhale, crawl your hands through center. Inhale, palms to shins or knees gives you a half lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Plant the fingertips or the palms. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, crawl your hands forward to a high plank. Shoulders over wrists. Heels charge back in space. Belly button up and into the spine. Big breath in. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Next inhale is going to wave you forward and through an upward facing dog. Toes stay tucked, hips, pelvis, and thighs. Buoyant and lifted above the mat. Roll those upper arm bones back. Lift the chin mildly. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Next inhale reaches your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot alongside your left thumb. Snap the back knee down and point the back foot. We want to make sure we've got that 90-degree angle with that left knee. So left knee stacked directly over the left ankle. Crawl your fingertips forward, lengthen the sides of the waist. Inhale, reaches the arms forward out, and now we're back in our Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. We take our left hand to the small of the back. Right hand cups that outer left knee. Spin your torso to the left. So a little mild twist here. You can totally stay here, or if you want, you can crawl those left fingertips down your back thigh. Right arm reaches in line with that right ear, and you're reaching those right fingertips towards the back left-hand corner of your mat. Lengthening through that right side body, opening up through the front of the right hip. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, we unwind it through center, biceps in line with ears. Exhale, hands come down to frame left foot. We shift the hips back, straighten the left leg, and flex those left toes. So now we're just opening up through the back of that left leg, so that left hamstring. The sun is killing me. Keep breathing. I want you to think of digging your left heel into the mat and then energetically pulling it back in space. So that's going to open up that left hamstring even more. Let's see. The sun. I think that should be okay. Staying for one more full breath in and a full cycle of breath out. Inhale, you're going to rebend your left knee to 90. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Exhale, straighten left leg and fold. Pull that left hip back. Again, if you need to grab blocks or something underneath your hands, you totally can to bring the floor up to you. Again, I'm going to try to fix this sun situation. It was better before, but of course now that we're actually practicing, it goes away. Couple deep cycles of breath here. In through the nose. If you want, you can exhale out the mouth and let it go. Let's take one more full breath in and a full cycle of breath out. Inhale, rebend that left knee to 90, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Once again, we start to walk the hands back in space, back in space, back in space. Now I'm on the grass, but it's totally fine so you guys can hopefully see me. So we're in a standing forward fold at the back of the mat. I want you to measure your 2 fists side by side between the inner arches of the feet. Maybe you're taking the feet a little bit wider. Again, that's going to help you with the low back if that's bothering you. You've got as much of a bend in the knees as you want to here. This time we take our left fingertips underneath the space of the forehead. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and peel your torso open to the right. You can deeply bend your left knee and straighten your right if you want. Vision up towards your right fingertips. Exhale, swim the right hand forward, out, and down. Right finger to the left. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. You peel the torso open to the left. Vision up towards those left fingertips. Exhale, take it for a swim forward, out, and down. Left fingertips replace right. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, take it for a swim. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, swim forward, out, and down. Let's do one more round. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Feel the torso open straight. Exhale, swim it. Inhale, reaches the left arm up. Exhale, take it for a swim. Just let the head hang heavy, arms hang heavy here. Inhale, palms to shins or knees gives you a half lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Plant the fingertips to the palms. Inhale, look forward to see where you're going. Exhale, crawl it forward, forward, forward to your high plank top of a push-up. Big breath in. Exhale, hips high down dog. We're going to walk our hands back by about a foot. So think of a ruler and walk your hands back a foot. So we're in a little shortened Chihuahua dog. Bend the knees and slide those sitting bones high up towards the sky. Lift your heels off of the mat, off of the floor. Listen carefully. You're going to take your left hand and cross it over your right ankle. Grab for that right heel. So left hand to the right heel. It's like a ball and mitt fit. Use that contact as leverage to peel and spin your gaze underneath that right armpit, right bicep. A little down dog twist here. Lengthening through that right side body. Big breath in. And a big breath out. We're going to unwind it to our little mini shortened Chihuahua dog. You're lifting those heels. You're bending the knees. You're getting the booty up. And then the right hand is going to cross over that left ankle. You're grabbing for that left heel. So again, that ball and mitt fit. You're using the contact as leverage to spin and peel, gaze underneath, left armpit, left bicep. You can deeply bend your right knee and maybe get that right knee towards that right armpit for another point of contact. Big breath in. And a big breath out. We unwind it to our mini shortened chihuahua dog. We crawl it forward, forward, forward to a high plank. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows and super slowly lower down to the belly. Really, really slow, really controlled. Once you get there, untuck the toes and then take your right knee bent to 90 out to the right. So your right thigh is going to come parallel with the top and bottom mat, and your right shin is going to be parallel with the side of the mat. Super duper flex your right foot so it's parallel with the back of the mat. And then you can look at me first, but eventually you're going to make a palm pillow. So palm on top of palm, forehead on top of palm pillow. Inhale, you're going to lift that right foot, right shin. Exhale, you lower the right foot, right shin down. Inhale, you lift the right foot, right shin. Right knee stays on your floor. Exhale, lower it down. And then you just keep moving with the breath here. As you lift the foot in the shin, you're letting that upper right thigh bone internally rotate within that hip socket. So we're just working on flushing out that right hip. Going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right foot, right shin to the floor. Then extend that right leg in line with the left. That right leg should feel immensely longer than the left because we just flushed out the hip. Then you're going to switch which palm is on top of your palm pillow. You're probably not going to see my left leg, but we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to bend that left knee to 90. It's out to the left. Left thigh is parallel with top and bottom of the mat. Left shin parallel with the left side of your mat. You're super duper flexing that left foot. Inhale, we lift the left foot, left shin. Left knee stays on the floor. Exhale to lower it down. Inhale, we lift it up. Exhale, we lower. You keep moving with the breath here. Know if you can hear the music, so I'm going to bring it closer. Moving with the breath. We've got 10, 9, 8, don't know what's going on with music, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower left foot, left shin. Extend left leg in line with the right. Now the legs should feel a little bit symmetrical. They both should feel a little bit longer than they started off. And then you'll take your forehead to the floor. Palms come to hug the rib cage. Elbows zip in towards the sides of the body. Toes tuck, kneecaps lift off the floor. Quads are super engaged. Press down through the palms, just straighten the arms. You're in a high plank. Big breath in. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, waves us forward and through an upward facing dog. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. One more full breath in. And a full cycle of breath out. With a bend in the knees, you're going to take a little stroll to the top of the mat. So really, really slow, really, really controlled. No rush in the world here. You're just going to meet me for a standing forward fold, first time at the front of the mat. So we want to measure 2 fists side by side between the inner arches of the feet. Maybe the feet go wider. You're just dropping the head, lifting the knee. Now we're going to interlace our hands behind the back. Draw the knuckles down and back. Floss the knuckles up and over the head. Once again, opening up through the front of the shoulders and the front pec tissue area, similarly to that sensation that we felt at the beginning of class with our hands interlaced behind the back and we were reclined onto them. And now we're also opening up the backs of the legs and decompressing the spine. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. Lower your knuckles towards the butt. Swap which pointer fingers on top. So you're just switching the interlacing here. Again, draw the knuckles down and back. Floss the knuckles up and over the head. Really drop that crown of the head to the floor. Lift the booty high up towards the sky, but you've got as much of a bend in the knees as you need to here. You never need to lock out the joints. Maybe this time you want to sway the torso a little side to side. Maybe you want to bop up and down a little bit. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. Lower your knuckles towards the butt. Uninterlace the fingers. Let the arms hang heavy. We're all going to start to drop the tailbone. Belly button squeezes up and into the spine and super slowly roll it up here. So just
rolling it up at the front of the mat, stacking bone on top of bone, vertebra on top of disc, vertebra on top of disc. I know my head is going to be out. I'm going to fix that. And once you get there, take some nice big shoulder rolls, up, back, and down, up, back, and down. Opening up through those shoulders and the neck once again. A nice big breath in and a big cycle of breath out. We're going to get moving here. So meet me in Tadasana with your lifting that tailbone down towards the floor, snap the booty out. That's going to help to engage the core and protect your low back. Energetically reach those fingertips down towards the floor. That's going to relax the shoulders and the ears. Inhale, take a big wide sweep of arms up. Press the palms together above the head. Look up to your thumb. Fingertip palm, step right foot back first. Then your dog split. Breathing out, right hand, lift the booty. Using this protective leverage to get our bellies a little bit closer to those thighs. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Carefully release the grip of the calf. Inhale, big wide sweep. And a big breath out. Carefully release the grip of the calf. Inhale, big wide sweep the arms up. Press the palms forward. Then the right. Pausing in a high plank for a full breath in. Downward facing dog. Feeling the articulation of the spine. Try downward facing dog. Bring in left leg lifts high. Fingertips. As you exhale, rebend left knee to 90, look forward. Exhale, step right, hinge and fold, wrap arms and forearms behind the calf, drop the head, lift the booty. Try to get that belly a little bit closer to the thighs. Maybe you can nestle your head between your shins. Big breath in and a big breath out. Release the grip of the calves. Inhale, we take that huge wide sweep of arms up and spread wide. Big breath in. And a big cycle of breath out. All right, I'm just going to take this. Apologies for the bug flying into my eye. But you're externally rotating your shoulder to the side. Right on the floor as you breathe out, bend the knees, drop the knee, lift the chest, fingertips stay on the floor. So it's almost like inhale, straighten, fold. And then you just keep moving with the breath here. They're like baby little lifted moans. That's going to get your heart rate up. I'm going to get that for another 5, 4, 3, 2. With those legs straight, booty up first. This head is in that left side waist. Think of cutting and wrapping your right hip, or hop it back to a down dog. So just meeting me in a down dog however you can. Arms float in line with the ears once again. This left hand comes to the outer right side. You can stay here, or you can crawl the fingertips down the back side and reach that left arm in line with the left ear. I'm going to do my side. Okay, hopefully this is the last time I move the mat. So you're in this little twisted high lunge wherever you're at. Couple deep breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. One more full breath in. And a full cycle of breath out. Inhale, we unwind through center, biceps in line with ears. Exhale, hands come down to frame right foot. Take the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Steer and pivot yourself to left, to left, to left. We're going to pause in a wide-legged forward fold. My butt is to you, so I'm just going to face this way so that it's not. So your feet are parallel to top and bottom mat, heels in the same line. You have options here. So you can either come up onto your fingertips and crawl your hands forward, coming into a wide-legged forward fold, mixed with a downward facing dog. So it's a nice little hybrid pose. You've got downward facing dog in the upper body, wide-legged forward fold in the lower body. Or option B, crawl the hands back, back, back. Heel palms in line with heel feet. You're dropping the crown of the head towards the floor, lifting the booty up towards the sky. Either way, we're pressing down through the pinky outsides of both feet. We've got one more full breath in. Full cycle of breath out. I'm going to face this way now so that you can see where we're going. So crawl the hands underneath their own shoulders. Inhale, wiggle the waist longer. Exhale, crawl your hands to your left foot. So left foot. Left toe spin to the back of the mat, back heel spins up. So now we're facing the back of the mat. We're changing orientation. Back foot, so right foot spins down 45 degrees. Press your fingertips together, or your palms together, excuse me, in front of those left toes. Inhale, sweep your arms forward, out, and up. It's a warrior one. For a moment, you can straighten your left leg. Take your hands to the hips to feel if the hips are squared like we did in that high lunge. So your hips should be the exact same orientation that they were in the high lunge. Your right hip should not be wrapping and pulling back. If it is, wrap it forward and cut the left hip back. Once you've got that, left knee bent to 90. Arms aligned with the ears. You can keep the palms separated if you want. You can press the palms together above the head if you want. Last option here is to gaze up towards your thumbs with those palms pressed together. Think of pressing down through the pinky edge side of that right foot, that back foot. Left knee staying bent to 90. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, we straighten left leg once again. Release your arms down by your sides. Interlace your hands behind the butt like we did in our forward fold. Start to reach the knuckles away from the booty. Bend that left knee to 90 and fold your torso on the inside of that left thigh. Floss those knuckles up and over the head. Humble warrior here. So it's a big shoulder opener. A lot of us want to swing our butt over to the left. And if that's happening, I want you to think of wrapping it to the right to bring it back to center. We're still pressing down through the pinky edge side of that right foot. That left knee staying bent to 90. Big breath in and a big breath out. Lower knuckles towards the butt. Uninterlace the fingers. Hands frame that left foot. Crawl your hands to the right, to the right, to the right. Feet become parallel with top and bottom of the mat once again. Hands come to the hips. This time you're going to lift the torso up. And my back is to you, so I'm going to flip the face this way. You lift the torso up. You're just standing with wide legs. You're going to dial the toes out. Heels dial in. So we're back with that external rotation. Now we've got this really wide stance. Press the fingertips together in front of the heart. Bend the knees. You're in a little goddess squat. Press down through the feet. Straighten the legs on an inhale. Exhale, you squat it down to your goddess. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, squat it down. Keep moving with the breath. Think of lengthening that tailbone down towards the floor. So we're not finding that banana back. Glutes and quads should be on fire. And if they're not, hopefully they get there. We're going to go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press down through the feet, straighten the legs. Make your feet parallel with top and bottom of the mat once again. Interlace your hands behind the butt. Draw the knuckles down and back. Baby bend into the knees. Dive your torso forward. Drop the head, lift the booty. Squat those knuckles up and over the head. We're in a shoulder opener once again. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Lower your knuckles towards the butt. Uninterlace the fingers. Fingertips underneath your own shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, crawl your hands to your right foot, right foot, right foot. Right toe spin forward, back heel spins up. Hands are framing the front right foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten front leg and fold. Pull that right hip back. Inhale, rebend right knee to 90, look forward. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, waves us forward and through, upward facing. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathing in, left leg lifts high. Breathing out, left foot, left thumb. Right heel charges back, so right leg super engaged. Belly's on that left thigh. Crawl your fingertips forward, forward, forward. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. Inhale, reach the arms forward, out, and up. You're in a high lunge, but for a moment, you straighten that left leg. Hands come to the hips to feel if the hips are squared. Now, if they're not, you need to think of cutting that left hip back, wrapping that right hip forward. We want both hip points in the same line, pointing forward. Once you've got that, you rebend the left knee to 90. Biceps in line with ears. We're on our high lunge. Then we're going to take it into our twist. So left hand to the small of the back. Right hand cups that outer left knee. You peel your torso to the left. You can stay here. If you want to add on, you crawl your left fingertips down the back thigh. Right arm in line with the right ear. So you're reaching those right fingertips towards the back left hand corner of the mat. Staying here for a couple breaths. keep thinking of charging that left knee further forward. Feel that nice opening through the front of the right hip. Breathing in and breathing out. One more full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, we unwind it through center. Arms in line with ears. Exhale, hands come down to frame left foot. Then left hand comes on the inside of left foot. Steer and pivot yourself to the right, to the right, to the right. Feet become parallel with top and bottom of the mat. Heels in the same line. We're in our wide-legged forward fold once again. Your options are as follows, same exact thing. So you crawl the hands forward, finding that hybrid pose, downward facing dog in the upper body, wide-legged forward fold in the low body, or you can walk the hands back, 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 heel of palms in line with heel of feet. You're dropping the crown of the head towards the floor, lifting the booty up towards the sky. Whichever variation you're in, you're going to think of pressing down through the pinky and sides of both feet. You're going to keep as much of a bend in the knees as you need to here. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Crawl your hands underneath their own shoulders. So they either have to come forwards or backwards. Inhale, wiggle the waist longer. Exhale, crawl your hands down to the right foot. Right toe spin to the back of the mat. Back heel spins up. So now the back of the mat has become the front of the mat. Back foot, left foot spins down 45 degrees. That right knee is bent to 90. Press your palms together in front of those right toes. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, out, and up. You're in a warrior one, facing the back of the mat. If you need to, you straighten that front right knee and take your hands to the hips. Feel if the hips are square. It's not a warrior two hip, so our hips aren't opening to the side. We're thinking of wrapping left hip forward and cutting right hip back. Same hip orientation as our high lunge. Once you've got that, you rebend right knee to 90. Biceps in line with ears. Hands can be separated. Palms can be pressed. You can be gazing up towards your thumbs only if it feels okay in the neck. Keep thinking of pressing down through the pinky edge side of that back left foot. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Release your arms down by your side. Interlace your hands oppositionally behind the butt. We've got that non-habitual interlacing, the weird pointer finger on top. Draw the knuckles down and back as you start to reach the knuckles away from the booty. You start to bend that right knee and you dive your torso forward, 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 and you hold on the inside of that right thigh. You think of flossing the knuckles up and over the head, up and over the head, like we've been doing, opening up through the front of the shoulders, that front pec tissue area. If your butt is swinging over to the right, wrap it to the left, bring it back to center. Humble warrior for another full breath in. And a full breath out. Lower knuckles towards the butt. Uninterlace the fingers. Hands frame that right foot for a second, but then the right hand comes on the inside of the right foot. You steer and pivot to left, to left, to left. Pausing in a wide-legged forward fold. Once again, feet parallel with top and bottom mat. Heels in the same line. Hands come to the hips. You lift the torso up, up, up. Nice long spine until you're standing here. And then we externally rotate the toes to the sides. The heels are dialed in. Heels in, toes out. You've got that 45-degree spin. You press the fingertips together in front of the heart. Bend the knees, come into your goddess pose. Stay here. Keep thinking of lengthening the tailbone down towards the floor. And then we're just going to micro pulse it. Up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. And if this is too easy for you, you can float the heels above the floor. That's really going to activate the upper inner thigh muscles. So those upper inner adductor muscles. So either way, we're pulsing up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Melt the heels down to the floor if you lifted them. Inhale, press down through the feet to straighten the legs. Pivot your feet to be parallel with top and bottom of the mat once again. Hands come behind the booty. You take your non-habitual interlacing. Baby bends into the knees. Reach the knuckles away from the butt as you dive the chest and the torso forward, forward, forward. Holding, dropping the crown of the head to the floor. Flossing those knuckles up and over, up and over. Big breath in. And a big breath out. We carefully lower knuckles towards the butt. Uninterlace the fingers. Hands underneath their own shoulders. Inhale, wiggles waist longer. Exhale, crawl your hands to your left foot. Left toes in forward, back heel spins up. Hands are framing front left foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, straighten left leg, any mountain fold. Pull that left hip back. Inhale, rebend left knee to 90, look forward. Exhale, clean step back with that left leg to a downward facing dog. Inhale, waves us forward and through, upward facing. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathing in, right leg lifts nice and high. Breathing out, slide your right shin forward for a pigeon on the right. So right knee is off to its own side of the mat. Untuck the back toes to lengthen the back leg. Grab for whatever props you want to use to set yourself up. You can take a pillow or a blanket under the pelvis. You can do a block underneath the torso or the forehead. We're all going to inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine into back bend. Exhale, fold the torso forward, out, and down. And then your forehead either comes to the floor, a palm pillow, a prop. Elbows are wide, face is soft. Make sure your jaw is nice and relaxed. Think of wrapping that right hip down towards the floor. Breath grows really, really deep here. Breathing in and breathing out. One more full breath in. And a full cycle of breath out. Really slowly, you're going to start to walk your hands back towards the right shin. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine once again. Rock onto the right booty and then sweep the left leg all the way around. Bring that left ankle on top of the right knee, and I'm going to show you the front view so you can see better. So with ankle to knee, knee to ankle, double pigeon, we're really going to get into the hips. And if this is too much for you, you can sit up on a block, a pillow, blanket, or you can just sit cross-legged. But if you're taking double pigeon, that left ankle is on the right knee, right ankle is underneath the left knee, and both feet are super duper flexed here. We touch up onto fingertips outside the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, shift your weight into your perineum. It should be a huge sensation through the outer hips. You can stay here, or if you want, you can start to fold your torso forward any amount. If you are folding forward, all I ask is that you don't round through the spine. We want this stretch to stay in the hips versus our back musculature taking over. So when the spine is rounding, that's your back being like, hey hips, I know you don't want to do this. I got your back, literally. So we don't want that to happen. If you want, you can rock from right sitting bone to left sitting bone a little bit. And maybe after being here for a couple of breaths, maybe you can a little bit further forward. Couple more cycles. Breathing in, breathing out. One more full breath in. And a full cycle of breath out. Really slowly start to walk your hands back towards the shins. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine. I'm going to face this way on my mat. You guys stay. We're all going to rock back onto our sitting bones just enough to unwind the legs together, knees together, shins together, feet together. Arms extend forward. Lift the chest into the thighs. Both pose Savasana. And then we cross right ankle over left. Draw the feet towards the seat. Shift your weight forward. Plant the palms. Step, or hop it back to a down dog. Just meeting me in a down dog however you can. From a down dog. Breathing in. Waves you forward and through your upward facing. We rinse that all out. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Next inhale, lifts your left leg high. As you exhale, slide that left shin forward for pigeon on the left. So left knee off to its own side. I don't care if the left shin is drawn out the top of the mat. It's not the goal. Untuck the back toes to lengthen the back leg. Inhale, we lift the chest, lengthen the spine. You set yourself up with whatever props you used on the first side, if any. And then exhale, really slowly, really controlled. You fold your torso all the way down. And again, I want your forehead to make contact with something, whether that's your mat, a palm pillow, which again is just palm on top of palm. Maybe you have a block, a pillow, or a blanket nearby. Elbows are wide so that we're not holding our upper body, that we're not holding our body weight with the upper body. We think of wrapping that left booty down towards the floor. Hear the breath as it grows deeper. Really getting into that left hip, that outer left glute. Couple more breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. One more full breath in. And a full cycle of breath out. Really slowly, we walk the hands back, back, back towards that left shin. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Move any props out of the way. Rock onto the left knee. Sweep your right leg all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. We hook right ankle now on top of the left knee. I'm facing this way so you can see. Left ankle on top of, left knee is under the right ankle. The right knee is on top of the left ankle. So it's a little confusing, but it's just ankle to each ankle. When you look down between your legs, you see that equilateral triangle. You're flexing both feet a lot so that your ankles are wrinkle free. If this is way too much for you, sitting up on a block of pillow blanket can help. You can also just sit cross-legged with the opposite shin on top from what you did on the first side if you chose that. You tend to run the fingertips outside the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Shift your weight into your parent. See what that does to the outer hips. They should really light up. And if you want, you can start to fold your torso forward, out, and down any amount. And if you can only fold forward an inch, that's totally fine. If you don't fold forward at all, that's just as fine as well. But try to notice which side that you're a little bit tighter on. Was it the first side? Is it the second side? And try to think about that, why that might be. Perhaps your habit of sitting on one side or standing, putting your weight more into one leg. So just trying to think about those habits that you have. We make sure we're not clenching the jaw. Maybe we fold a little bit deeper again. We're not grounding through the spine. We're honoring the natural curve of the spine here. Couple more deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. Really slowly, we walk the hands back towards the shins. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine. If you're sitting on a block of pillow blanket, ditch it. I'm just going to face the regular way. We all rock back onto the sitting bones enough to unwind the legs, gather knees together, shins together, feet together, both pose Savasana. Arms are forward. You're trying to lift the chest into the thighs a little bit more than you did on the first one. And then we cross now, left ankle over right. Draw the feet towards the seat, shift your weight forward, plant the palms, step, step, or hop it back to your down dog. Just meeting me here whenever and however you can. Inhale, waves us forward and through an upward facing. Toes stay tucked, hips, pelvis, and thighs buoyant and lifted. It's our last one, so if you want to linger here, you can. Maybe you take your gaze over one shoulder and then the other shoulder. When you're ready, head, chin, come through center. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. And it is our last down dog of class, so if you want to pedal out the feet, if you want to shake the head, yes, shake the head, no. Any and all last movements you want to do here. Big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, we pull it forward to a high plank. Belly button into spine. Exhale, bend the elbows super slowly, lower down to the belly. Really, really controlled. Landing in one piece. No rush at all. Once you're there, you just untuck the toes. Flip it on over to your back, just flipping yourself like a little pancake. And then we draw the knees in towards the chest. Cup the knees with their own hands. Either stir the knees oppositionally from each other. So like you're stirring two big pots of something. That's going to let the upper thigh bones roll through the hip sockets. Or you're going to stir the knees in the same direction. That's going to massage out the sacrum, which is the flat bony plate at the base of the spine. So whatever you want to do here, maybe you're feeling crazy, you want to take a happy baby, go for it. And when you're ready, hug the knees into the chest. Try to grab your opposite elbow outside the shins, making yourself into an itty bitty little ball. And then when you're ready, lengthen those legs forward. Arms come down by your side with the palms face up. Eyelids heavy to a close. And give in fully. and completely to rest. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Invite the sounds of your surroundings back in. Start to wiggle through the fingers and toes. Roll out the wrists and the ankles. Inhale, sweep your arms in line with your ears. Reach the fingertips, point the toes oppositionally. Big stretch. Exhale, release, let it go. Bend the knees, soles of the feet come to the floor, knees point up towards the sky. You'll pick a side of the body to roll over to and roll over to it. Whenever you're ready, just press into your top palm and meet me in a comfortable seat. Final seat is of your choosing. You can sit cross-legged, Sukhasana. You can sit on your shins in Virasana, perhaps with a block, maybe without a block. Just let those eyelids have you back to a close. Palms either face up or face down in the lap. And press the palms together in front of the heart, thumbs to sternum, sternum to thumbs. Through an open mouth, releasing any remaining breath out of the lungs, let it go. Seal the lips, big breath in, take in as much air as you possibly can. And a huge cycle of breath out, let it go. Offering up gratitude for whatever it is you'd like to offer up gratitude for today. Go ahead and put that into the universe. Thumb knuckles rise to the third eye. One final bow. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me and putting up with the different camera angles and lighting situations we had. But this was so much fun. Just a reminder, my name is Kelly Tremaine. I'm an instructor with Find Your Zazu, so check us out on Instagram. We also both have websites. You can look at those. And thank you to Free People Movement for having me. If you guys like this look, it is the black diamond crop and the Happiness Runs legging. I think there is a link in their bio or on this to shop it, or you just go to their website and search that. And sorry, I'm swatting bugs out of my face, but okay. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Hopefully you're feeling zen and hope to see you guys soon.